Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a magic book review. Actually, it's 6. This is one of 6 magic books review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is an exciting day, because Vanishing Inc. was gracious enough to send me the Marlo's magazine edition they just released, 6 volumes. It's a 6-volume set, and that's the only way you can get it, by the way. If you're thinking, well, can I buy one book at a time? No. It comes in a slipcase. It all comes together in one giant box shipped to you, and it's heavy. It is such a heavy set. $350. $350. We're going to talk about price. We're going to talk about what's inside. We're going to talk about what Marlo's magazine even is, right? But briefly, right? 6 volumes. They all look like this. They're all filled with magic from Ed Marlo, right? Vanishing Inc. published, so doesn't get any better than that, right? Every book's about 8.5 by 11. Every book is over 300 pages, so you are getting a ton. You're getting a ton of magic in this. And if you don't know who Ed Marlo is, he was born Edward Malkowski on October 10th, 1913 in Chicago, Illinois. And he was a legendary American magician, towering figure in the world of card magic, widely regarded as one of the most innovative sleight of hand artists of the 20th century. Marlo is often credited with revolutionizing close-up magic through his groundbreaking techniques, concepts, and very prolific writing. Though he never pursued magic professionally, he became a central figure in the Chicago magic scene, influencing generations of magicians. His contributions include hundreds of original sleights, routines, theoretical writing, most famously the concept of the Marlo School of Magic. He passed away on November 7th, 1991, but his legacy endures through the countless magicians he inspired and his extensive body of work that he has left behind. This is, of course, a reprint, right? These existed a long time back. No one really knows how many of them were ever circulated. Not many, maybe a couple hundred of each volume. And then it's rare that you'll see these out for sale on eBay. They were big, huge spiral-bound paper volumes that had this like psychedelic cover, and they go for hundreds of dollars for a single volume. A single volume goes for hundreds of dollars. You can get all 6 for just the cost of one original volume, and these are bound, edited, remastered. They're so much better. So somewhere between 1946 and 1951, Ed Marlo published Marlo's magazine. It was a groundbreaking series of 6 softcover volumes that profoundly shaped the world of card magic. These weren't traditional magazines in the sense of a monthly issue or a glossy cover. They were collections of Marlo's evolved ideas, his sleights, his routines, and his very experimental thoughts. They were all compiled and released as standalone booklets. Volume 1 came out in 1946, with subsequent volumes trickling out over the next 5 years, culminating in Volume 6 in 1951. Now, the inspiration for Marlo's magazine came from Marlo's tireless pursuit of innovation in card handling and theory. He was an underground legend in the Chicago magic scene. Marlo wanted a platform to share his increasingly complex techniques, ideas, and unpublished variations. The series acted almost like a personal laboratory, a notebook, or even like how we use YouTube today. It allowed him to document the bleeding edge of his card work. Sometimes unfinished, always provocative. The content was dense and challenging, not meant at all for casual readers, but it was strictly for the dedicated student of sleight of hand. And the reception at the time was mixed. It's probably still mixed. To some, the magazines were pure gold. They were a treasure trove of technical invention and intellectual rigor. To others, they were difficult. They were esoteric. They required very deep familiarity with card magic to even begin to understand them. But regardless of your opinion, there's no denying Ed Marlo's influence. Many modern card sleights, including variations on the turnover pass, the spread cull, and of course the Marlo tilt, find their roots or refinements from these books. Now, like I said earlier, we don't know how many books were in circulation. They were privately published and distributed through magic circles and very niche dealers. But it's widely accepted that only a few hundred copies of every volume were printed. Possibly fewer for the earlier issues because of the scarcity. And to have a complete set in good condition is highly collectible. Now, prices on those old volumes have varied drastically over the years depending on condition and demand, but I've seen a single volume fetch anywhere from $100 to $300. But a pristine, complete set was sold a while back for $1,500 at auction. One particularly well-preserved set, complete with annotations and his signature, sold for over $2,000 in a private sale, making it the most expensive known transaction for this series. Today, Marlo's magazine remains a revered, if often intimidating, cornerstone of card magic literature. It stands as both a snapshot of post-war innovation and a monument to Ed Marlo's relentless drive to push the boundaries of what was possible with a deck of cards. Every single volume features hand-drawn work, usually centered on a stylized depiction of a magician in performance or a symbolic representation of sleight of hand. The designs are often monochromatic, relying on bold line work and high contrast rather than full color printing reflected in small print runs and limited budgets of time. What about these crazy covers? Because I think when we picture those Ed Marlo magazines in our head, what comes to mind are the last 3 volumes that have the fiery red psychedelic covers. Those were all done by John Kurtz, who was a painter and illustrator that Marlo commissioned back in the 1980s. His artwork is very vivid, very hallucinogenic, and I think they make the covers instantly recognizable, and those are the covers that are sought out the most by magic collectors. Kurtz is known for that dramatic red palette, swirling flame-like textures, and hallucinatory aesthetics. These visually arresting designs aligned very well with the underground spirit of Ed Marlo's cutting-edge card magic ideas. Later printings, especially reprints and compilations released by collectors or publishers, sometimes featured new cover art or stylized titles, but purists often seek out the original editions. Those covers have become iconic in their own right, helping to visually anchor Marlo's magazine in the golden age of post-war card magic. Today, the artwork is more than just decorative. It's part of the publication's legacy, symbolizing a time when magic was passed hand to hand, one mimeograph page at a time. All right, so those were the old editions, right? But what about these? What has Vanishing Inc. done? Besides put an awesome cover on it, right? Besides bound it nice with gold foil, did Vanishing Inc. do anything else? I think if you know how Vanishing Inc. publishes, you know they approach magic as a subject to be explored and understood, not hidden. So these editions of Ed Marlo's work have been carefully edited using annotations from Marlo's own copies, which means you're going to get accuracy and clarity. All of these original illustrations have been digitally enhanced, and the layout of every page has been redesigned to highlight Marlo's genius while making the content more accessible for a serious study. This release stands alone as the ultimate edition. I would say these copies are better than the original and cheaper and accessible, right? You don't have to wait. You don't have to find an auction. You don't have to wait for someone to die and have their volumes get released on eBay. You can now get quality and completeness all with the Vanishing Inc. stamp of approval. And like I said, all six volumes, $350 more magic than you can shake a stick at, right? Yes. Proud to display these on your shelf. It's a lifetime of knowledge and tricks and creativity and you can only find it at Vanishing Inc. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right. I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks, simple card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy. Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a magic book review. Actually, it's 6. This is one of six magic books.